What up, guys? This is the LaLang Podcast. I'm your host, G-Man, and with my other host, Jex. How are you, Jex?
I'm all good, G-Man. I'm one of your hosts, guys, and here with us as our guest is the Stig.
What's up, guys? Thanks for inviting me.
No problem, no problem. I'm so glad you could join us. So, audience, what you're listening to is the LaLang Podcast. So this is our first episode, so I hope it goes well. We're all excited to have this podcast, and yeah, we're just here to have a good time, just have a few laughs, have a few conversations, we're just here to see how it goes.
So please,
What about you, Jex?
please don't judge us. It's just our our opinions. It's like we don't mean any harm to people's opinions. It's just ours, so please don't judge too much.
Yeah, let's just put that as a disclaimer. Yeah. Like, if ever we joke around, it's just there's no malice in it.
Don't take it to heart, guys. But anyway, our first topic actually for today is about frugality. I think some people during the pandemic were spending too much. Feel like they were impulse buying. So here with us is the Stig to help us out with frugality. I feel like he's a bit frugal himself. So if you have any opinions, please share with us, the Stig.
Yeah, well, you see, it depends on, I think, on the person. Like, if you ask them, what does frugal mean to them, it will mean differently because obviously, given their financial status, obviously, say 1,000 euro could be, and then to somebody else, it could mean just pennies for them.
Somebody they were like.
So,
just earned that.
But for me, I think, because I personally, I'm a frugal person. That's just that's just how I roll. Yeah, exactly. I try to find the best deals,
Mindset.
the cheapest, best deals out there.
Yeah.
I would spend time just looking on the internet. Okay, there has to be a cheaper way I can get this, and it just takes a little bit of just extra time of researching, of looking around the internet. And until you find that deal that you think is the best deal you can get. And my only reason for being frugal is to save money. Some other people, they have loads of money, but they're frugal for what reason? They have loads of money, but why not spend it off? But for me, my reason for being frugal is just to save money.
As a working class, you don't have, you're not a billionaire.
Yeah, so but it came to the stage where I was very frugal. Yeah. I actually started to enjoy looking for these deals, and I would tell people oh, if you want anything, if you're looking for anything, just tell me and I'll try and find a good deal for you. Because I actually started enjoying. Exactly, yeah.
Enjoying looking for things a cheaper version.
It's
I know, and then once you find that good deal, it's 20% off what it usually is, and then you send the link to that person looking for that deal, and I was like, sense of accomplishment. Yes, I gave that deal to her or him. Exactly, yeah.
I helped him out.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. But that does that help all right, let's say you want to get the PS5, well, are you able to find the best value of that, or is it
I think it's definitely a case by case scenario because it depends on the popularity of the thing that you're looking for, that item. You mentioned our PS5, obviously they're way they're very hyped right now. They're out of stock in most areas.
Yeah.
So such a high demand for it that
exactly
at this point it's overpriced.
Because I wanted a PS5 and I tried searching for it, but it's gone. My New Year's ruined because I wanted to enjoy my PS5. And I think you were talking about. I think the funny thing is,
yes, that's the other part of being frugal. It's either you want to, it depends on the supply and demand. For example, when it comes to the PS5, it's I know I want that item, but I know obviously that it goes out of stock really quick because a lot of people want it. In that case, being frugal means just being the first to get it. like I'd be more than happy because I want the item. I'd be more than happy to just get it, pay the actual price for it rather than finding a good deal on it. Because like I know I want this item now, so I'll like. I remember for the PS5, I got like 2 hours of sleep because I was trying to refresh all of the websites, Amazon, what is that, Curry's, Harvey Norman, all those websites, and I managed to get one off Amazon, but it turns out the package was lost when it was being delivered, so I had to get it refunded. I was pretty bummed out.
What?
So what does it say now, or what did Amazon? Did they like compensate for
five pounds gift voucher? That's what they compensated me for the inconvenience.
What?
Okay.
What? You're joking.
So did they cancel the
really
whole order, or?
I got the money back, so I guess.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you got you got 500 pounds plus.
I guess being a frugal person, £5 goes a long way. So I I left it at that.
I guess it's better than nothing.
And like when it comes to that's a lot of like items
Yeah.
and like things that you can use, but when it comes to like food, like I don't mind. I would pay. I'm not frugal with like say food, because like I love food.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd spend as much possible on food. Like food doesn't really bother me, but when it comes to like different items, I'd probably like. I'd have like second thoughts of like, do I really need to get this?
I think that's where it draws like the fruit. There's like frugality benefits in some areas, like let's say like clothes, technology and all that. But I think food. I think I agree with you, Stig. Is like the difference between like a pot noodle
ramen
and like a a dinner at TGI Fridays. Yeah. A ramen, or basically like at your Japanese restaurant. It's
so like when I crave like a food, say I want ramen, like I'd have no trouble. Like it was yesterday. I was craving a burger, and then I asked one of my friends who knows all the good restaurant places, and he recommended Bunsen, which is a very popular burger chain here. And I just bought it straight away.
That's
I was craving a burger. I wanted it
place.
right now, and I got it. An hour later, it was delivered to my house.
Wait. Oh, they do takeaway? You got me hungry, man.
Yeah, same. Even though I just ate, I'm starving. But during the pandemic, do you say you impulse bought a lot?
Yes, personally, yes. Like, I think the
really frugal.
I think it was a mix of, for me, impulse buying and the fact that I have like a frugal side, because like when you're frugal, you try to look for the good deals, right? But like mix that in with impulse buying.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of deals during the pandemic, and you don't want to miss out on those deals, so you impulse buy. I think that's what happened to me. It's like, oh, this item is 30% off. Like, I don't need it, but I want it.
It might not. Yeah.
Like, the amount of, I'm pretty sure during this year, the amount of sales that happened for online shopping is insane. Like, I think for like every 3 months there was like a sale.
Yeah, actually there was, but like
yeah.
But me being frugal, I feel like I missed out on a lot of deals, because I remember like I wanted like this. I think it was a monitor. Yeah, I think it was a monitor.
Yeah, the monitor. Yeah.
I was like waiting for like Black Friday, but I was like, oh, like it might go back down. Like it might go down even more on Black Friday, but turns out it went back to like almost the original price, and it never really went down lower than I thought. So being frugal kind of like made me lose it. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I missed out on an opportunity because of me being frugal.
Oh, okay, I get you. So what you're saying is like you get second thoughts, and if once you said nah, I'll wait a bit, because you feel like there's gonna be a better deal.
Yeah.
But then but there won't be. But turns out there wasn't.
Nope.
That's when you just
so
like,
as a result of you being frugal and missing out on that deal, did you end up paying more in the long run when you found that item, that same item?
Yeah, I paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid way more in the end. Like probably like another what, 100 quid more for the
Gee.
Yeah,
item.
see,
So
that's what I'm trying to say. Like when I said impulse buying mixed in with being frugal, because frugal, you're looking for the best deals, and in that case, you found a good deal for the monitor, but like you wanted to see if there was a better deal. Whereas for me, I had it mixed in with impulse buying. So if that was me, I would, if I wanted that item, and then if I determined it was a good deal, I would just buy it straight away.
Yeah, I guess like a good like 15 minutes research, and I was like, all right, I think, I think, I think this is a good deal.
What was
So far,
the
there hasn't been
the
any
most
prices.
useless thing you've bought? Impulse bought, I guess. Yeah, during this pandemic.
year?
Yeah.
Oh, what did I buy? Can't say much. I think I gotta be guilty. I think
Oh yes. I know
shoes.
what you mean.
I think that's I think that's one. I think that's one of my guilty things that happened this year was I bought too many shoes for two reasons.
You became
think
a sneakerhead
I
at the wrong
I
time.
no, it was not really I guess it's sneakerhead, but it's like I was like, okay, yeah, let's see what these shoes looks nice, like these Jordans, these Yeezys. Okay, let me guess. All right, let me buy them. But the thing is, at the start, yeah, I wasn't even like into
You weren't
buying
into them
Jordans
at all.
yet. I was just buying like just deal shoes like like in warehouse stores like Adidas in their outlet. I was like, okay, yeah, this looks good. But then you and our other friend recommended, oh, you should get Jordans or Yeezys, and I'm like, that's kind of above my paycheck now. Cause like, do you know how
You still
expensive
bought
they
them.
are?
Yeah.
But then the thing is like.
Impulse
know,
buying.
Yeah, I still bought them because, like, our friend introduced us to the resellers. So I'm like, these deals they look bad comparing it to like the resales they do, because like some of them cost like 500,
Yeah.
and some of these guys are like selling it for like
A
half
lot
it.
cheaper.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah, sure, let me try it. Yeah. So yeah, that's like, it's kind of useless because you don't really need all that shoes. Man.
But in the
Yes.
end, how much shoes did you actually buy? Like how many
I-
pairs?
Wait, what, am I getting exposed now? In the first podcast.
Pretty much.
How many?
I think it's bad enough you can't
I think.
say the number out the top of your head.
You can't even remember.
Oh my goodness.
I guess maybe 20. 20.
20 pairs.
20 pairs.
Have you-
just this year? I think.
And
I
that's
think. I mean, I gave some of the pairs away to my family.
yeah, but I think it was like the
Like, come
second
on.
half of the year. It wasn't even the first half as well. This was
Oh,
all
yeah.
in the second half of the year.
Like it all started in summer. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
it's not even the
why
whole
were
year.
you-
It's been like
why were you
basically
buying them?
6
Just
months.
for collection, or
Yeah.
do you want to actually use them?
I think at first I was like, okay, cause at first I was like, okay, I need some running shoes, cause I actually wanna like upgrade my sneakers, because some of my sneakers I've worn for so many years, or they're pretty much worn already, cause at first I was like, I wasn't really taking care of my shoes until, when I start buying the shoes with my own money. It sounds unfair, because your parents bought them and you're just like, oh yeah, these are shoes. I don't really care, if they get dirty or like worn. But since when I start buying them with my own, I start realizing, okay, these looks nice. So at first it was more like, what am I saying? At first it was more like the utility of it, if you get me. The utility, like oh, I'm gonna use this for work, for travel, like I needed something comfier because I usually travel a lot, using public transport, and I walk. So I need something like that's lightweight,
So
also
did you
waterproof.
Did you find like excuses to buy some shoes? Like,
Okay, at first it was like, okay, I meant it for this scenario. But then, as deals come and I start researching more about shoes and I start liking the different designs
yeah.
of the shoes, I start I start telling to myself, maybe I can be fashionable, maybe this could be nice, maybe this could match my outfit. Then I start
you
buying
basically
those.
try to give yourself a reason to buy these shoes even though you needed
yeah,
them.
basically, and then eventually I started getting to the high end stuff. I'm like, maybe, I just want to treat myself. It's 2020. It's a pandemic. We're kind of suffering now. I kind of just want to.
It's
validate
quarantine. It's
myself.
lockdown. We
That's
can't get
kinda-
out of our houses, but I'll
kinda
buy all
silly
these
way of
shoes.
just saying it. Yeah.
I'll just
I
wear
know,
them. I'll
it's
wear them at
ironic,
my
right?
house,
Ironic, yeah. I'll like buy all these shoes that I can.
Would you say you got like when you buy? This is like in general, like when you try and buy something, right, or one of your, because you said one of your friends introduced you to these resellers and all that. Do you when you see, like, say your other friends having these shoes as well? Would you say like there's an essence of like peer pressure in there, like, oh, they have these shoes as well?
Oh yeah. I guess I got a little bit of like peer pressure and also like some inspiration.
Inspiration.
That sounds like an excuse
what
now. It sounds like an
inspiration?
excuse. No, I guess. I mean, like, cause after researching shoes, like, I start seeing them. Oh, these looks really nice. Like the texture, the fabric, and all that. You know. Cause the thing is, our friend was basically telling us like, oh, look at the colorway of the shoe. Doesn't this look nice? I'm like, yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, it really is. So then I start basically buying them, like to the point I started like telling myself, oh, maybe I can do like a collection, like one time these Jordan high ones, the OG ones,
Yeah.
the breads, the blue royale ones and the yellow ones. So I was actually thinking to myself like, oh, I actually want this because these remind me of like Yu-Gi-Oh cards for some reason. The Egyptian god cards. Yeah, like, okay. So if you like look up the Egyptian god cards, and if you look up like the breads, the blue royale, and what is it, some yellow variation of that colorway as well, it literally looks like them. And I was like, okay, I kind of wanna, cause usually the Egyptian god cards are so rare and are like expensive. I'm like comparing it to that. So that's what got me inspired to collecting them. But that never really happened because, man, they cost like 1,000
Each.
So
Each.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
yeah,
it's
each. Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
So
That's my.
you'd say that it's one of the most it's your useless thing that you bought this year, but also not
Yeah,
not
'cause,
regret at the same time.
I-
Or do you actually
Putting me on
regret some
putting me on the spot
like
here.
some shoes?
Okay.
I mean, you can say you don't regret it. There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with that. I mean, you
I
have
do-
it now.
I-
I mean, kind of. You enjoyed it while it was there.
Like it was your choice anyway, but like
That's true. That's true. But now that I look back on it, there was like some purchases that I regret purchasing. I feel like I just bought it just for the sake of just like, of like, the what is it, the hype mentality is like, oh, buy this right now because it'll run out soon. Where you just realize like, oh, I don't really need this because I have other shoes that are already like benefiting me. If you get me, do you get me?
yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Like it was, like there was no need for me to buy this shoe, since I already had another variation of it. If you get me. You know, it's basically buying the same model but a different color. You know, it's kind of like that. You know, it's like why would you buy the same model car but a different color, even though you drive that other one? You know, it's a far-fetched comparison.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
What about steak? What do you have anything useless that you bought?
I'm really trying to think because I'm trying to convince myself everything that I bought is useful.
That's what I always think as well.
Are you sure? I remember you telling
Hey,
us you bought some bundle.
You told us about this LED
come on.
kettle.
Who doesn't want an
You wanted
LED
to
kettle,
buy-
RGB and all that? No, it was in my basket,
Wait, LED
but I
kettle?
didn't buy
Like
it.
the boiling
Come on, it
kettle?
was like 50% off. That's a good deal, right? I didn't want to miss that deal.
Aw. No, it's the one you actually bought.
Okay, so what
Useless.
did you buy that was actually
Yeah.
that you think is useless?
Hold on, I'm trying to think because
Without like trying to convince yourself that it was.
technically I bought a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, so I'm gonna open up my Amazon and check out my orders, see which one I don't remember from this. That means it's useless. Hold on, let me see. Okay, I bought a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness.
It's like gonna be like, just like was it like a box full of
I feel like
noodles?
the
Ramen
more he
noodles?
scrolls
Yeah.
down, he's like, yeah, I needed that.
I needed
Like,
this
Yeah.
though.
He's trying to find an excuse for each
Okay,
one.
while we wait for Stig to find the order, what about you, Jack? Did you buy anything useless?
Honestly, I think it was the longboard.
What?
Like, I know, like I'm like into longboarding and all that, but I feel like the second one, I don't know. I'm trying to convince myself that I didn't need the second longboard, but the second longboard is better.
What?
But if I didn't buy the first one, I wouldn't have gotten into longboarding. So I'm trying to like convince
Peer
myself,
pressure.
I think
That's
we
how
bought it
useless.
together.
Exactly.
We bought it together.
But now it's useless. The first one is useless to me because I don't really need it as much, and I won't really use it as much because I don't really like it as the second one. So I feel like that's a bit useless to me. I don't know what else because I bought loads. Like, you know, I bought my PC, my monitors, my whole setup really.
Yeah, but that's not useless though.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I know. The RGB mouse mat. I didn't really need the RGB. I didn't
Say
really
what?
I didn't really need the mouse mat cuz I
I
already
didn't know about this.
I had a
Oh, no,
mouse
it's
mat
not.
already.
You have an RGB mouse mat?
Yeah. I don't really need that cuz like I already had a mouse mat ready for me to
Oh.
use, but like I was like, you know what? I want to make mine look bright and like stand out. So I was like, I'll just get an RGB mouse mat. But now that I look back at it, I was like, I don't really need it
That's
because
mad.
I already have another mouse mat. But I use it more than the other one. But yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like that's one of the most useless things I bought. Because I like the aesthetics. So
I guess, but the functionality.
for the
is different as a
aesthetics.
mouse mat.
exactly, it's the
There
same.
was no need for that. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's
if you
just
put it
for
that way,
status. It's like,
you
it's
could
just
say
for
the
that.
same thing about your shoes, isn't it? It's just the aesthetics, but obviously that's a little bit more different. But since
Yeah.
True.
Jax brought up the longboards, I remember because I kind of got peer pressured because I didn't want to buy a longboard, but I kind of wanted to be there, so I bought the Osmo Pocket.
Oh yeah, during the summer.
Oh, no,
yeah.
So you
I already
bought a
had the
scooter.
scooter, but I actually bought
You
a
bought
whole
scooter.
camera. Remember the little camera?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
You brought
impulse
your
bought
whole
that because
Osmo. What's it
like-
called?
I saw it on a deal. It went on a deal. And like at the time, I was already thinking, should I get a gimbal, a stabilizer for my camera, my big camera? And then I saw this DJI Osmo Pocket on sale,
Yeah.
and it's all like in one package. It has a camera and it has a stabilizer built in.
the whole
drones,
bundle,
yes.
basically.
They're the ones who do the
So
drones,
I
right?
bought that,
Yeah,
and
drones.
that's the last time I
okay,
actually used it.
okay.
During the longboarding days. I've never used it before, and but I'm looking forward to using it. It's just because we're on lockdown, so it's not totally useless right now. Yeah,
I think it's good for long term. I think if ever you go,
I also
go on
bought a
vacation,
kalimba.
it's like a
Remember
good
that?
vlog.
For those who don't know what kalimba, it's like this handheld piano.
Do you think that's useless?
Wait, yeah, the kalimba. Yeah. My sister, I bought that for my sister, and she never used it ever
Yeah,
since. She played
is
like a
that?
couple of
I
notes.
learned how
and
to
that's
play
it. I'm like,
"Memories" by Maroon
what was the
5.
point?
This what's that famous piano?
Usually the canon. Yeah, the canon didn't find.
Canon.
Okay.
Basically.
We might
And
get
I gave that
copyright.
away to
No,
my
not
cousin.
really. It's canon. Okay, that's good.
Okay, so you didn't really.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
There was no. It wasn't useless. So from your Amazon list or your Amazon orders, did you find anything that's useless?
That I guess that was the most. Those were the most useless things that I bought because the other things I actually use. The other things that I bought. So yeah, use that.
What about that deodorant? That
Oh
10-pack
yeah, what
deodorant.
about that
What, that's
deodorant
useful.
package?
I bought like yes, I bought 8
No,
in
I
one
mean-
go, but like I'm
8.
planning for the future, you know.
You bought 8,
All
but
in
I'm
one.
actually curious. Do they expire? Did the deodorants expire? Do they?
I'm
I don't
not
think
sure
so.
actually.
Because it has like it has an antibacterial.
I hope not.
component to it.
Oh, okay.
What
Okay.
what was it?
Cause you know sometimes deodorant, they sometimes like to be green friendly or whatever.
That's why it
they have like bacterial.
stops you from smelling because the odor is bacteria.
Oh, okay, maybe
So it kills the
Maybe I'm getting-
bacteria
I'm
that you're
getting
sweating.
bacteria on bacteria. The bacteria eats the bacteria. I don't know.
Interesting.
I think I'm getting confused.
I remember you were more excited
Yes.
receiving the deodorant than the other package. Well,
It
what was the
costed,
other
like-
package? I forgot.
I would say like 100 times more than the deodorant. Hold on, let me check for it.
What was it?
Exactly what it is. Oh yeah, it was a gift from my dad. It was like a Samsung
That's
tablet.
mad.
So
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
wait, was it? Yeah.
So the deodorant
I don't know, it's
was
just that-
more-
I'm excited about receiving because I
Meaningful
thought it
for
was a
you.
very good deal. I got it for like 50 cents each. You know these deodorant roll-on type of things.
So you got it for
These are like
€4
the
or
Nivea brand
£4.
ones. So these are good brands and 50 cents each.
Okay.
I thought that was an amazing deal. Let me buy 8 real
Oh,
quick.
okay.
So I was like,
Yeah,
I was
that's not
super
bad.
excited when it came in the post. Like,
Yeah.
let's go,
Yeah.
put it on my shelf.
Because basically,
Started
you're-
rolling
you're-
it off.
Yeah, I don't need to worry about
Your-
going
your
to the shop and
frugality
buying
paid off,
deodorant
and
for
your-
like
your
€1.50
impulse bought it.
when I know I bought it for like 50 cents each. I also bought what do you call this? Cotton buds.
Mm.
I bought like 6 of them, so I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
need to worry about cotton buds for the next 5 months, I'd say.
Yeah, but all this ordering online, I feel like will go a bit downhill for us since of the whole
Tell me about it.
Brexit thing coming up anyway. So,
Oh, don't get me started with that. Don't get me started.
so
with
all Prime users feels bad, unless you're from the UK.
That's where I put aside my like
That's
kind
good
of
on you.
frugality. I was, because I was really bummed out when Brexit was about to happen because, the Amazon packages, the Amazon pricing will change because of these import duties when you're ordering from the UK. And basically, I bought a whole new GPU, which just because of Brexit, I was afraid I wasn't able to like get it in Ireland. Like Amazon was the only place I could get it, or the UK. And I didn't even need this, to be honest. And I bought it. Just because, I don't know, like, because of that Brexit thing, like, I don't know how much I'm going to get this for if ever I want it in the future.
You just
I
didn't
was like,
want to
buy it now.
it.
Yeah,
Like, Yeah. Like the thing is, you don't really play that much games. Like you play games with us, but like just COD or maybe you can maybe actually you can actually appreciate COD now. Like Modern Warfare. Like
Appreciate the
how
graphics for once.
beautiful it
Yeah.
is before you get killed. Maybe that.
Yeah,
You
pretty
can
much.
see things now.
Yeah, you can
compared to
see things in
before.
4K. Yeah. But actually, here's a question since we're on the topics of Amazon and ordering and deliveries. What is the best delivery parcel company
Bro,
that you've have experienced with?
DPD for me.
Oh yeah. I agree with you. DPD and OnPost.
yeah, same for me. On
I think they're
post.
the
Yeah.
best ones.
And
Yeah.
that's our local, like, postal, like, service, and they're
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
doing a good job. I thought like
Yeah.
they were bad. They're actually like one of the best here in Ireland.
No, they're really good on
Yeah.
post and what is it, DPD, especially when I used to like buy shoes from Nike. I think I think it was mostly Nike. Yeah, yeah. They do DPD and they're always on time.
DPD is
Superb.
like sometimes it even arrives early, for me anyway. Because they always give you a window on when they're gonna come. They're actually gonna message you, and like other
One
postal
thing
services.
One thing the only company I'm actually like I have I'm like disgusted with is UPS. I have troubles with UPS. I don't know why. Cuz I think basically I ordered a shoe, right, from Converse, and their delivery company was UPS, right? So I got a notification saying that it'll arrive on this date. I was like, okay, yeah, my family's gonna be home. Yeah, they're gonna receive it. Turns out, I got a notification again, saying that we can't deliver your package because for some reason, my address, my address was not in their shipping details, and they thought that they need a a code because they thought I lived in an apartment even though I lived in a house. That just
Mm.
you just need a doorbell. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is it? What is a? So I called them up. It's like, excuse me, what's the deal? What are you doing? What? What? Why aren't you receiving my full address? I gave it to Converse. Why aren't you receiving it? And they did some like some like policy bull crap or whatever. Oh, this yada yada yada. And I'm like, okay, well here's my full address again. So you better send it today, okay? And there's like, yeah, we'll guarantee you'll send it today. Okay, so I waited a couple of hours, right? I got a notification saying, oh, your package has arrived. It was signed by John. I'm like, okay, that's not my name though. John, Jon. That's not my name. I'm like, who the hell is John? And I start calling up my family. It's like, hey, did you receive the package? It's like, no. I mean, what do you mean no? We didn't get it. I'm like, what? And then I was like, okay, let me call UPS again. And they was like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we received we delivered it. And I was like, no, I didn't get it. UPS aren't you supposed to call your drivers? And it's like, oh no, that's not allowed. The drivers aren't allowed to call the customers. I'm like, well, what's the point? Like, what happened? How would I know if my package gets lost? And I got really angry with them, and to the point I just like ended the call while we were talking. And I was like, when I arrived home, turns out one of my neighbors like got it for me, who was actually named John. And I was just like, oh, this is awful. It was just a bad experience with UPS, and I'm always iffy with them now. So yeah, that's my.
I haven't really had anything as bad as that, cause I don't know, but fair play to like most postal services and all delivery companies, even during the pandemic. Like they were even to deliver like within next day. So like fair
Yeah.
play to them.
It's really impressive.
Except for UPS because they didn't really do much. But anyway, uh,
Yeah.
I don't really
I
have.
think
that.
Amazon has a.
They have their own
has
delivery
own.
now. It's only
Yeah.
recently.
I kind of wish they would still do it on post though, but I think like I think they gave it to
Amazon.
their own delivery
Yeah.
because I think on post can't handle it. Maybe that's my assumption. That's my assumption. But yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
But hopefully,
I
like,
think
I don't know, the import duties isn't as bad as we think it will be.
I don't know, man.
Let's hope
I
not.
haven't know. I haven't really looked into
The
it.
fact that Stig mentioned it up, I was kind of like tempted. I was like, should I buy something now? Then I realized it might be too late. Actually, it will be too late if I even receive the item. So,
It really is too late. Like,
I'm just there like having.
I
really
mean,
second
in a
thoughts.
way,
we'll see how it
with all
goes
this
next
Brexit
year.
and all these
yeah.
extra
Really
fees
is.
that we might have to pay on our deliveries, I'm kind of happy. So because that means like I won't be as easily influenced to buy things anymore. Knowing that I'll have to pay extra now.
True.
Exactly.
True.
You have something to back up your second thoughts.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, but it's kind of sad because the inconvenience is not there anymore. I mean, what am I saying? The convenience.
wait, what?
The convenience is not there anymore. Like Parcel Motel, we can't
Yeah, that was
use
so
that
sad.
anymore.
I never used it, so
That was so good. Parcel Motel, like for audience who doesn't know what Parcel Motel is. Parcel Motel is basically a way for us to get stuff from the UK who don't deliver to Ireland. That's pretty much it. It's like you get a virtual UK address. So it's really handy.
it is.
Yeah.
So what do we learn from being frugal or the whole frugality? So what do we get out of this podcast?
Saves you money, man. That's the biggest factor. Saves you money.
Okay. Any advice from Stig on frugality since he's the frugal one? out of
Yeah,
us?
I guess for me, that's why when you asked me that question, I started off with it really depends on the person, what frugal means to them, because it's relative. As I said, 1,000 can be a lot to one person, or 1,000 euro can be a lot to one person, but it could be spare change for another. So, I guess my advice that would apply to everybody, like in general, is like, do you need it? Do you even need it? That's ask yourself that. Just take a step back, take about
Yeah. Do
a
I
1 minute
need
breather
this?
and ask yourself, do you need this item before you buy it? Because for sure I didn't do
I
that.
need this
and,
300 euro shoe? Oh yeah. Defo.
but yeah, that's really it. Because I mean, it depends as well on what you're buying, on how great like the deal is that you're getting it for. Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
I bought a lot of stuff that technically I don't need, that I still use though, but like I could live without it. And looking back, I could probably, if I hadn't bought all of those stuff, I would still be fine. I would still like function normally. I'd be able to do things normally still. And I just realized in the end, like I don't really need these things. So before you get to that stage where you realize you don't need things, ask yourself before you buy it, do I need it in the first place? Yeah, and then once you just start doing that, it becomes a habit, I guess. It's
Amen.
just that,
Amen to
I
that.
was very frugal probably 4 or 5 years ago, like extremely frugal, like even with food. But like once I started, once I got a job, I started getting money, I was like, okay, my financial status has changed. I can afford this now, so I can buy this.
Let me lessen my is it like lessen your frugal?
No, see,
or
that-
is there like a
No, see,
like, let me
that's my
let me
whole
treat
point.
myself.
Like back then, I didn't have a job.
Kinda thing.
Well, I guess I had a job, but it wasn't like really good paying. So in a way, like at the
yeah,
time,
yeah.
say like,
I get you.
what is it? Well, like, €1,000 could have been a lot for me, but like now it could be like less.
It's just
It's
it's just
Well, that's
it's
not
just,
exactly what I mean, but you get the
change
point.
for you. It's like, oh yeah, I'll just give it to the waiter or something.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. All right, that's really good. That's actually curious because, okay, you're frugal in that way, right? In the single life.
You know.
But what if you're in a relationship? Like,
Honestly, in
Would
my
you-
point of view, I'm not frugal when it comes to relationship.
You want to splash out?
you'll like, will you be like
when it comes
"Oh,
to
I'm gonna
food,
give them everything"?
I'd buy it like straight away. Like if it was for food, I'd pay for it, like without
yeah.
even like second like I wouldn't be like thinking about it at all. Like no matter
Mhm.
the cost of it, I'll be like, yeah, I'd pay for it.
Yeah.
But like anything else, I'll be like, like presents and all
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't
same
really
with me.
mind. Like, I'd be like, I'd probably go all out on a present
for someone.
for someone that I really like care about.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Like it doesn't have to be like
Family.
boyfriends
Well,
and girlfriends. Like
yeah.
it's like it's like with friends.
Oh, with friends, I'm like,
Whoa. Okay.
with friends
okay,
and
I
that,
see how
I'd
it
be
is.
like, sure, but I'd probably like have thoughts and stuff, but like,
Right.
What's the most, I
Okay.
guess,
Okay,
expensive
right on.
thing then that you've bought as a gift? Doesn't have to be. It could be for anybody, as long as it was a gift. But well, I guess you don't have to say the
Gift.
value, but like what was
Gift.
it? I guess most valuable, not in the in the money
I
terms
think-
even.
I think.
It's a thinker, is it?
I don't even know.
I think the most. I think I can't remember. I think it was. I think this was a present. I think. I actually gave my ex this gift because she wanted something. What she wanted at the time was something functional, like to help her, like she wanted some, because she only lived in an apartment. She only wanted, she wants something like she can watch in a bigger screen, but she doesn't want a TV because, it's too heavy and it's not great. So what I thought of is just buying her a projector for her present. I think that's what I consider an expensive one. But the thing is, there was a reason behind it because it had the functionality, and she was able to like basically watch her favorite movies and shows on a bigger screen. So yeah.
So that's the most expensive gift you gave anyone
Uh,
that you can think of, anyway.
I can think of on the top of my head. Yeah. Cause the thing is, it changes. Cause back then, like when I was doing that, when I was buying that projector, I have a job.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
fair.
Cause if I go back further down memory lane, I'll probably say like, oh, a bag. I actually bought a bag for
Oh.
someone that I had a crush on, and I bought it for her birthday.
And that was
Doesn't even
just
have to be
right.
like an expensive,
That
as
was
long
it.
as
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a valuable gift, you know.
So
And by that I mean like something meaningful.
yeah.
Because like since we're entering this realm,
Like
it's like, what do you think of expensive versus meaningful gifts? Do you think?
oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
like it's
Like, is a Gucci bag better than
yeah,
like
yeah, I
a
do- I do
photo
get
book
you.
of you two or something?
Then yeah.
I wouldn't mind having a Gucci bag, you know what I mean? But, but yeah.
I mean, I think it depends on the person. I think
Oh, yeah,
I
actually,
prefer-
actually is
I
depending
think
on the person.
I think
Memories.
I prefer the photo book. I think it shows that
A bit of both. I wouldn't harm anybody, but like,
yeah. No, like basically like inside the Gucci bag is
I
the
guess,
memory
yeah.
book.
exactly.
Yeah.
Be
I
thoughtful
get you, I
like
get
that,
you.
you know.
Be thoughtful.
Be thoughtful.
Grabe. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. High maintenance. Just high
Nah.
maintenance. But yeah.
What about you, Stig? Did you get what was the most expensive one or expensive present?
I think. Well, it was if we're strictly speaking like expensive, it was like a wedding gift for my sister and my I guess brother-in-law right now. That's the most expensive, but like the most meaningful.
Oh, that's nice.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Like. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most
go ahead,
expensive, but like in terms of like meaningful or valuable gift, I guess it will be like gifts for my family. I know that wedding gift is for my family, but like it's always fun or it's always what am I trying to say? Like it feels good when you try to when you give a gift to your family because like especially to my dad. Like because obviously for your whole life they've been providing for you and it feels good to give back to them type of thing. So I guess all of the past 2 years I've been trying to basically upgrade my dad like in terms of technology. So I gave him a phone last year for his birthday. This year as you heard earlier, I got him the tablet. And
this year.
even though
tablet,
they're not the most
So-
expensive items or gifts, it's just the thought that I was able to kind of help him out in that area because he needed a new phone, and I thought a tablet would help him a lot. Because obviously we're all just online right now, WebEx, Zoom.
I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah. I mean, if you wanna, you can even upgrade it even more. Just
Okay,
get him a
maybe
gaming
that's
PC.
a bit too much.
Okay.
Just
A
get him
laptop. A laptop.
That's where you
a
cross the
laptop.
line.
A new laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think okay. If we're in terms of like family, then yeah, the shoes that I bought, I actually like consider like buying one of the shoes for my dad, because he needed new shoes as well, for my brother as well.
Yeah.
Like
I
all
know.
the expensive shoes. I was like, yeah, you deserve it. It's your birthday.
Yeah, that's the convenient thing. You guys are like the same size. So
I think I'm like 9.5, and my brother's like 10 UK, and my dad's like 8 UK. Sometimes 8.5. I think 8.5 UK.
oh.
So it's all right. It's all right. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
For me, it was I think it was my mom's birthday. I bought her like 3 pairs of shoes because she like celebrating for like the whole month for some reason. For her, it's a birthday month. Then I don't know. It just felt nice. I was like, okay, I'll get you the shoes that you wanted. Then the week after, she was like hinting like oh, I like these shoes as well. So I bought that as well for her. Then she hinted another shoe. I was like, fine, it's your last week. I'll get you that one as well. So basically, 3 pairs of shoes within that whole month was the most expensive gift. I'll say gift because it felt like a package. So, yeah, I think that was the most expensive gift I'd probably gave anyone. But yeah. But the fact that it's like, if I did that for anyone, I'd be like, why would I do that? But the fact that it was my ma, like, it felt nice giving to her.
Yeah.
Like you said, like as long as it's family, it's nice to give to them back.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Hey.
But
Hmm.
I think that's a good way to about the frugality on it.
Yeah. On that note, from the advice of the Stig, guys,
Yeah. Ask yourself.
think
do
about
you
what you're
need
gonna
it?
buy. Do you really need it? Do you need it? So that's the moral of the story. it comes to being frugal? Like, do you need it?
Yeah. I
If
mean,
you
if
don't,
you do, then
maybe
you
next
you know
time.
by all means go out and like research, like where's the best deal and all that stuff. And like if you want, you can ask me because I know where the good deals are. My IG is Oh, sorry, yeah, it's Stig. Dang it.
Stig.
I thought I was promoting my IG here for a minute.
That's fine. Stig.com.
Just bleep that out.
Okay, we'll put his
We'll-
IG in the description.
Like that
put it
segue
somewhere.
though.
We'll put it somewhere.
put 'em in the- we'll put 'em
when
in the
it's
description.
The
we'll put it
segue
at
that
the start.
was.
The description. We'll put him out there. Let's hype him up.
Eventually, you're gonna sponsor us with your best deals. Eventually, we can do that. Or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's the end of our first podcast.
Yeah.
Hope that you guys would like to hear from us more. Like, please don't be afraid to comment on what you would like to hear from us or what topics you would like to talk about. Like, we're open to any topics you would want to hear and listen to. So don't be afraid to
Leave a
like,
like
tell us.
and subscribe, because we're actually putting this on our YouTube channel. So this should be on our YouTube channel. It's actually called the LaLang Podcast, I believe. Is it? It's called the
We'll
LaLang
go,
Podcast.
yeah, the LaLang.
You don't know the
Podcast.
name of your
So,
podcast.
Anyway,
Hey man, it's our first one, man. Cut us some slack.
on our next podcast, we would actually have a guest. So hopefully you guys tune in.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys will
Yeah.
tune in.
I mean, we had our first guest. He's gonna be our second guest.
Oh
you know?
yeah, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought
Yeah,
the Stig could be
yeah.
a regular person here. So
Yeah, you
Sure,
never know.
man,
You just need
anytime.
to
Thanks for
keep-
having me on your
continue
very first
to
podcast.
listen to us.
You know, I really hope it goes well for this podcast. I know he's been planning it a lot, and I feel honored. I feel honored to have been your first guest.
You
and,
have no.
I hope.
it,
Yeah.
I had fun. I had fun on it, to be honest.
Yeah, we do
and
appreciate.
So yeah, I'm excited for your next podcast. I'll definitely subscribe to that.
thank you.
Cool.
Thank you very much. Okay,
Alright.
so gonna end this now. Peace from me, Jex, and my co-host.
G-Man, and as always, see y'all. See y'all. See y'all.